Well, all right, everybody, come on in. But bring the energy because it's time for the Sisaundra Show!
Sisaundra Show and Happy New Year! Yeah. Listen, you are in the right place right here. We don't just entertain, we tell the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Now, before we go any further, you already know what time it is. Y'all make some noise for my band, your band. It's our band for the culture! Guys, hello, welcome back. Did y'all have a good break?
I had a great break. Did you have a good break?
Baby, I had a great break.
I'm broke. I came back broke.
A broke break.
No,
Listen, I feel you on that. It's so great to be back here with all of you. Listen, today is January 7th, and tonight's show is one of those shows that asks us to lean in, stay present, and feel our way through some real conversations. Now, we're starting with Fix It, Jesus, unpacking a heavy situation involving faith, power, and accountability. And after that, we're slowing it all the way down for chit chat because real life is happening right now for millions of people dealing with student loans, wage garnishment, and financial fear. Tonight, we're bringing clarity, not panic. And finally, we're closing with good trouble because silence has never saved us, but informed action just may do that. So grab your bubbly beverage and let's get this show started! Let's get it started! Woo! Now, y'all, Lord have mercy. Not Pastor Donnie McClurkin in the news. Just please say psych. This is not really happening. Y'all, the Grammy-winning gospel singer and pastor known for preaching against homosexuality is now being sued for sexual abuse by his former male personal assistant. Lord have mercy.
Lord.
Y'all, the civil lawsuit alleges that the assistant was 21 years young, struggling with his sexuality, and sought spiritual guidance from Pastor McClurkin. Now, he hired him and allegedly began abusing that mentor-mentee relationship. According to the complaint, the abuse said, it was said to have gone on for years, involving coercion, manipulation framed as deliverance, and repeated sexual assaults. Now, some allegedly happening during so-called Pray the Gay Away season. That's the sessions that Pastor McClurkin was having. And family, here's the part that made the room go quiet. The lawsuit includes an alleged email from McClurkin apologizing, calling himself a desperate, dirty old man.
Oh.
And admitting to forcing himself on the accuser. Woo! That just makes me think of that song. McClurkin denies all allegations, calling them categorically false, and says he will vigorously defend himself in court. Now, this is active litigation, and no criminal charges have been announced at this time. But family, when allegations involve power, faith, manipulation, and abuse inside the church, this isn't just scandal. This is sacred trust being questioned. Woo! And all I can say is, fix it, Jesus! My God! Now, to his defense, y'all know we fall down, but we get up.
That's right, though.
Now, y'all, hold on. This next story is just crazy. We need some music for this one. Come on, hit it, FTC. This is the blue news. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. Oh, yeah, we're still here. They said, we coming to help. But they brought a whole fleet talking about freedom, but they was hunting for a treat.
Yeah.
Now, President Trump said that Venezuela gonna give up that oil today. Up to $2 billion worth, baby. They ain't come to play. And it ain't no secret what's really at the core. They want that crude coming straight to the shore. But Venezuela says Maduro got captured. They call it kidnapped. And let me tell you about that right there. I'm calling it cap. Now they talking about proceeds being controlled by the U.S. Child, that don't sound like help. That sounds like stress. And word is the U.S. already seized 50 million barrels too.
What?
That's a whole ocean of oil. Tell me what that's supposed to do. You can wave your flag and still sing your song, but if they control your oil, baby, y'all already gone. They already gone. They already gone. Oh, Lord. Woo! Yo, FTC, take me into this second verse. Woo! Now, let's talk history, because this ain't nothing new. This got that Monroe Doctrine energy running straight through. That old, the Western Hemisphere is ours kind of plan. Like Latin America supposed to answer to that man. That doctrine been used to justify what folks call intervention. And here we are again with the same old intention. And Chevron still sitting in the middle of the mess, cause when oil's involved, corporate power is gonna get blessed. They talking licenses, deals, and who gets to pump. And y'all know what name rhymes with pump? And China, not quiet. They criticize China. They criticize this move real loud, saying it breaks international law. And baby, they not proud. And don't be fooled. They call it stability and order, but it's still a power grab with a business card border. This ain't subliminal, no sugar in the tea. Baby, it's oil, power, and control. Everybody can see. Come on, FTC. Whoa! Whoa! Come on now. I need y'all to check this out. Trump said, send that all, and baby, that's the plan. Then snatch Maduro away with cuffs on his hands. $2 billion in crude is what they talking about today. But who benefits most? That's what the people want to say. They said, we control the money for the people. That's the line. And I believe these people done lost their mind. 50 million barrels, see? Now, let that sink in your soul. That's some diplomacy. That's some taking control. Oh, they taking control. Yeah. I want you to know this is the blue news. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo. Listen. Oh, my gosh. Family, like I said earlier, that is something else when you talk about just going into somebody else's country and snatching up their president. I heard there was like 20-something security people that were unalived during this process, but they done walked him. They done did everything they can to Maduro. Now, was he a tyrant and he needed to go?
Yep.
Yes, but can we just go over there and take their oil?
No.
Anyway,
Maybe.
the Monroe Doctrine, y'all, Google it. Listen, family, like I said earlier today is January 7th, and this is one of those moments where we pause the show and make sure everybody is informed, not afraid. Because starting this week, the federal government has officially resumed wage garnishment for student loan borrowers who are in default. Now, that means real people could see up to 15% of their paycheck taken, along with tax refunds and certain federal benefits, something that hasn't happened since the pandemic pause. But y'all know where we are these days. So over 5 million borrowers are already in default, and that number could climb real fast. But here's the key. The key word tonight is options.
Come on.
This is not the end of the road, but it is the moment to act. So we didn't bring fear to the table, we brought answers. Family, please welcome our guest who's here to break this down, explain your rights, our rights, and help you protect your paycheck. Dr. Sonia Lewis, also known as the student loan doctor. Woo, Sonia! Hey, how are you, gorgeous? Mwah. So great to see you. Please have a seat. Well, hello and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's so good to see you again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me back.
You're so welcome. And listen, you got to tell us this fragrance, y'all. She smells so divine.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So, Valaya.
Valaya?
Perfume de Marley.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Do you know it has gotten me free lunch twice?
You stop
I'm
it.
very serious.
It's the perfume that gets you free lunch. Okay, I'm going to get mine. So let's start here because people are panicking.
Yeah.
A lot of people, maybe over 5 million people,
Yes.
who exactly is at risk right now? Is this everyone with student loans or a specific group?
So 5 million is a lot of people out of the total number of 43 million borrowers. So if anyone is watching this and they are 270 days past due or more, they're probably going to be in this category.
Ooh. So when people hear wage garnishment, they imagine their whole check disappearing.
No.
Can you please take a moment? Because I would be
might feel like
terrified.
that.
We're going to garnish your
Yeah.
check. And you think, I'm going to have nothing left.
Yeah.
Please explain to us in plain language
Yes.
how much the government can actually take from your check and what income is legally protected.
So they can take up to 15%. Now that can feel like a lot though.
Yes.
And it probably is a lot. So 15% can be taken, but it's also right here at the point where we're at tax season. So they can also take your tax return. They can also take your Social Security income.
What?
Yeah, so in the last 5 years, they changed it to now be able to take Social Security.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they just don't want you to survive.
No.
It's kind of like what's going on with SNAP and everything, insurance.
Yeah,
it seems like we're just...
I have never seen the administration move so fast as it relates to student loans. I've been doing this for a long time.
Wow.
I didn't know they could pass policies so fast as they are.
Well, they're not really going through the natural process
Yes.
either.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, you know what? I'm waking up and everybody's not going to do this today.
So Congress
Yes.
is stepping in
Thank
to
God.
correct them on certain things, because you're absolutely right. There are things that this administration is saying that they're going to do, and then Congress has control over certain entities like this one, and they're reeling them back in. So you're right.
Well, I'm looking forward to Congress speaking a little bit more and making things happen. So when people hear wage garnishment, they imagine, like I said, that their whole paycheck is gone. 15% of a paycheck is tremendous amount of money.
Yeah, per paycheck.
When you have these loans, is there anything that you can do if you're in default?
Yes.
Is there anything you can do right now before they start garnishing?
So I'm glad that they're watching the show, because if they receive the notice, that's first. You've got to get a notice, and then the clock starts from there. So 30 days from that notice is when the wage garnishment will start. So they have to contact the employer. The employer has to release funds after the 30th day, right? So if they're watching the show, they're going to go to studentaid.gov. They're going to log in. They're going to click View Loans. And then on the dashboard, you can't miss it. It says default. It's in red. So you can't miss it. If it says you're in default, you want to look at the details and see who it's in default with, because that's different for every borrower. Now you have to compose yourself and be ready to make a call. And you have to know the Lord. No, you have to call them, and it's going to probably be an hour or a 2-hour wait. And the most important, it's a wait. So just make sure you've got time. And you want to make sure that before you get on that phone, you want to be able to articulate that you have no money available to make this a payment. Because what's going to happen is...
But make sure you don't have no money available. Don't just say you
Well,
don't have
most
it.
people, no. Most people that are in default do not have the discretionary income.
Correct.
So it's not. I know we're not stretching it here,
Right.
but here's what I mean. So let's say because this is what I want to put out there. People make the call, they're frustrated, and then they fill out what's called an income expense form, and they just do it very haphazardly, and they don't really take time to think, how much am I spending on each item, right? And then what happens is, right.
That's what we're spending, yes.
You turn the form back in because you're annoyed, and then they say, oh, you have a $600 payment. But if you would have took more time on the form, it could be more like a $5 payment. So I always stress to our tribe and our audience, like, you've got to slow down. You need to think about, what do you spend on groceries?
Yes.
What do you spend on utilities? Because if you go too fast on the form because you're irritated, now they're going to give you a crazy number for 9 payments.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you don't want to do that.
No,
Make
so we
sure
want
you're
people to
taking
take
your
their time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And get it done now.
Yeah.
You don't have any more time.
Before filing your taxes.
Before.
Because you know people already know what they're about to get, and it's already calculated.
Stop
and spent.
it. You know, when I was reading, I was like, I think my girlfriend said it's cuffing season.
Yeah.
So you're about to get these paychecks.
Well,
and
nobody's
they will
being
take,
cuffed, right?
yes, and you won't be cuffed because they will take that check.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's a
So
good way to look
borrowers-
at cuffing season. Yeah. Go
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the way you have to see it,
Yeah.
right? Make sure that you're taking care of it. Now, borrowers
They are cuffing checks.
Yes. Are supposed to get a 30-day notice before garnishment
Supposed
starts.
to.
Supposed to. Now, if someone gets that letter this week, what should they do immediately? I think you just covered that.
Well, the
in
clock
sense
starts.
of-
Yeah, the clock starts with the date on the letter. So you might get it a few days after. I just want to stress the date on the letter. So if you got the letter for January 3rd, you have until February 3rd before, what's the next paycheck?
Wait a minute.
Probably the 15th.
Yes.
Right.
It's so true.
Yeah, so if you get, so let's say you get paid on the 15th and the 30th, then the next paycheck of the 15th, they would take that
gotta come out.
15%. Your HR has to legally let that go.
I'm glad that you actually said it's on the date on the letter.
Yes.
Because you may check your mail a week
Yeah.
after
You know,
it
people don't
gets
open their
there. It
mail,
could say
yeah.
it was written on January 3rd. You got it on the 10th or
Yeah.
whatever. You still got to make sure you meet that deadline
Yes.
by February 3rd. Now, many borrowers are already struggling with rent, with food and childcare.
Yeah.
Things are expensive. Life is expensive.
Yes.
How does someone prove extreme financial hardship? And does that actually work?
Yes. So let's say you are in default. You also have another option to request a hearing. And this process could take a little while longer. If you are really in dire straits, like you really don't have income coming in, or you just got involuntary let go in the last 12 months, you can do a hearing so that this process can be avoided altogether. Doesn't take you out of default, it just stops the clock from ticking.
Yes. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
We got all of that. Now, we want to move on to this next segment, and it's called Good Trouble. Now, family, on this show, we don't just tell stories, we tell the truth, carefully, courageously, and with intention. And as my late, great cousin John Lewis taught us, when something is wrong, when harm happens quietly behind paperwork and policies, silence is not peace. It's permission. He called it good trouble. I love that. The kind that doesn't shout to be seen, but stands up so others can breathe. Now, tonight, millions of student loan borrowers are standing at that edge, opening letters with shaking hands, stretching paychecks that were already thin, carrying shame for trying to better their lives. So tonight, we're not debating numbers. We're not talking about borrowers. We're standing with them. We asked our guest to speak, not as a politician, not as a lender, but as an advocate, a letter written in the voice of the people who've been holding this quietly for far too long. Family, this is Good Trouble.
It's very simple. You see something that is not right,
Necessary trouble. Now, tonight was heavy. If you would please share with us the letter that you've written.
Thank you so much. So, all right. Let's make sure I can read my own handwriting. All right.
I feel you.
All right. So, we did everything they told us to do. We invested in ourselves. We have worked hard. We believe education will help us build a better life. Being in default does not mean that we have failed or that we are broken. Our student loan balance is not the summary of our life, our worth, or our future. We may be scared, but we do not live in fear. We are still in control.
We are in control. I love it. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't have a student loan. And it's so important, of course, to pay our bills. Times are hard. And even though we may not have the resources, we have to pick up the phone and communicate, right?
Yeah.
It's so important to just pick up the phone and talk to the bill collectors. Bill collectors at my door. That reminds me so much. They're always going to be there, and avoiding them does nothing for us. Now, family, tonight was so heavy, but it was necessary. We're starting the new year off talking about things that will impact you financially. We talked about faith and accountability. We talked about power and responsibility. We talked about systems that impact real lives long after the headlines fade. And if tonight taught us anything, it's this. Being informed is not rebellion. Asking questions is not disrespect. And protecting yourself is not failure. Whether you're wrestling with faith, navigating finances, or just trying to make it through another week, you are not alone and you are not invisible. As my cousin John Lewis reminded us, when something isn't right, when people are being harmed quietly behind closed doors and fine print, we are called to make good trouble. The kind rooted in truth, the kind grounded in love, the kind that says, I see you and I'm not turning away. So family, take what you learned tonight, share it with someone who needs it, and remember, knowledge is power and community is protection. Woo! Is there anything you would like to share with us before we say goodbye to our friends?
Thank you so much for having me. If anyone is watching tonight, I want them to know that they truly are still in time, still in control, and the best thing they can do is advocate and speak up for themselves. Even if they're scared, it is better to speak up before than trying to fix it after.
Now, Doctor, where can we love that answer. Now, where can we find you?
Okay, so our website is drpleasehelpme.com. Our Instagram is the Student Loan Doctor. And then every Monday, literally every Monday at 8 o'clock EST, 8 p.m., we do a free class. It's 2 hours where I'm just teaching.
That's so great.
Teaching.
Wow.
Yes, it's a class you never
professor.
had. Well, I used to be a professor.
I believe it. You have the doctorate degree.
So all we do is literally from the Rudy to the Tootie, we talk about what a payment plan is. What is loan forgiveness? We log in together. Do you know that people have not logged in for like 5 years before that class? And people are like glued. And I mean, we're together till like 10 o'clock at night. And thousands are there every Monday.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And
8 o'clock, Monday nights.
8 o'clock. Nowhere in the world I am. Wherever I am, I have internet, okay? And it's free. It's free. We just want people to show up. We want people to be educated and empowered, because this year, this is a different administration. This is not the last administration. I don't know how to say that, you know.
You said it well.
And so you have to know, because ignorance is expensive.
Ooh, very. Now tell us this, doctor. Why do you care?
So this is my background. Before starting this business, I used to work in higher ed, and I used to work with adults, and I used to teach adults. And I would see my students not have a clue what to do when they left those doors. And then when I went to church, I got my own finances together in a financial literacy program. And the one thing no one ever talked about in any program that I ever took was student loans.
Wow.
And sometimes when you're looking for the answer, God says you're the answer. Now, he could have gave me something else, sis, but he gave me this. I appreciate, we've been in business now for 10 years doing good business.
That's amazing.
And so we're just very grateful to have a platform that we have and teach how we teach. I don't know what else I would do in the world but this. So all of these headlines, I'm like, really, Trump, again today? I had a massage, sir. No.
That part, it's a very, what a time to be alive.
Oh, what a time.
For real. Oh my God. And Venezuela, what do you think about what's going on in Venezuela?
This is thug action. I mean, I have never, I'm still trying to understand, and I'm very educated. So what I'm trying to understand is this legal? I know we keep saying that out loud, like, and maybe I don't know enough about law.
I'm trying to understand the Monroe Doctrine. It's saying that it is kind of.
This is what we do.
So
we're America.
We want the people of Venezuela to be well, but it's a lot attached with this oil, you know, and so listen, it's above my pay grade, but I take these things to a higher power. Like,
yes,
we can't live in that.
Yes.
This right here is Let's just take it
Well,
higher.
I know America needs a lot of resources.
Yes.
We're in a lot of debt, and the best way to go do it is go take somebody oil, because Venezuela has the largest amount of oil in the world. They are worth trillions of dollars. With that being said, y'all, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, God bless you. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Woo!
All right, now everybody, come on, come on, come on. Let's just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen, because we've got so much more exclusive content for you right here only on the Sisaundra Show. We want to thank you so much for coming and hanging out on the beautiful Camarosa set. And we want to thank you so much for hanging with our amazing guests. So, until next time, we'll be right here, ready, waiting on you, only on the Sisaundra Show!